This is definitely gonna be chancellor. I mean, why do I always have to do the awful jobs? I mean, being chancellor is a great job most of the time, just not today, not this week, maybe never again. Woe is me. It's just so hard. You can't walk right up to me and ask something like that. But then again, if I don't ask them, the people will get even more upset. And they do have a right to know what will happen to them. Oh, no. Good morning, Your Majesties. It is a good morning, isn't it, with the sun shining and all?
What?
That is to say, how are you?
We're really quite well, Lord Chancellor. Are you all right? He doesn't look very well, does he, dear?
I'm quite all right, Your Majesties, but there is one small matter.
Oh?
May I have Your Majesty's permission to speak my mind?
So far, yes.
Here goes everything. In the event of Your Majesty's death, if Your Majesty should die, which in any case should not be for many years, as I need hardly say your royal subjects earnestly hope. I mean, they hope me never, but assuming for a moment, making some assumptions.
You said you wanted to speak your mind. Is this it?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Then I don't think very much of it.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Chancellor, are you perchance trying to ask about the succession? Are you asking us who will be the next king?
Quite so, Your Majesty. Exactly.
Ha! Well, I can tell you who it won't be.
You seem to have given the matter a great deal of thought. What would you suggest?
May I be so bold?
Yes, yes, go ahead.
I suggest Your Majesty's choose a successor from among the young and highborn of our country. Let all who will apply and then put the candidates whatever test seems suitable. Decide for yourselves.
I see.
Oh, how exciting! Oh, let's have a race, dear. There's nothing more exciting than a really royal race.
Yes, my dear. Well, the qualifying race to help us screen the candidates. But there have to be many tests. We don't want the wrong sort of person ending up on the royal throne. Chancellor, spread the word. Let all who apply come forward, provided only that they're serious adults of high birth and under the age of 21. Come along, dear. We must give these tests some serious consideration. Carry on, Chancellor. Carry on.
Hear ye, hear ye. His Royal Majesty hereby proclaims that there will be a running competition. Anyone in the country who is of high birth and under the age of 21 may enter the race. The prize will be the royal throne. Okay, let's go. Everybody has to have a number. Caramel, your friend, good to see you.
At your service.
Lady Drusilla, you look confused. What did you know?
I just can't figure out what he's doing here.
Who? Oh, him. Probably not lost in the royal garden. Shoot! No rabbits allowed here. The king will be coming soon.
Not very attractive. Oh well.
Come now, rabbit, be off with you. This line for competitors only.
Begging your pardon, but I am a competitor. And I really don't think it is usual for the starter to kick one of the runners in the leg just before the start of an important foot race.
You can't be a competitor.
Why not? If you would just read the rules.
Read the rules. There is nothing about rabbits in the rules.
Precisely. So here I am.
We'll see about that. I know perfectly well that rabbits aren't allowed.
Contestants must be less than 20 years old.
There you go. Sorry, Troops, but I think he is.
He isn't.
He is.
I'm afraid he really is.
Oh dear. Well, sure there must be other grounds.
Well, what else is there?
Contestants must be of high birth.
That's got him. Excuse me.
Oh, what's this? Oh, well, I see. You'd better take a peek at this.
What now? Oh, I see. Better read this.
Ouch, wait, what are you doing?
Sorry, take a look at this.
No! No! Catamel, you better have a look here too. Let me see that. No!
Your Majesties, contestant number 4, the delightful Lady Likeable.
Good luck to you, my dear.
Thank you, Your Majesty. She's lovely.
Your Majesties, contestant number 3, the noble Lord Lovely.
Race well, my lad.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Lovely sword.
Your Majesties, contestant number 2, the delightful Lady Drusilla.
Pleasure to meet you, my dear.
Wasn't she lovely, dear?
No, she's Drusilla, darling. He's lovely.
If you say so, dearest.
Your Majesties, contestant number 1, the ever popular and my personal favorite, Lord Calomel.
At your service, Your Majesties.
He's definitely likable.
No, Likeable was lovely. He's Calamel. Will you ever get these things straight?
Well, then who is this rabbit?
There you go again. We're dealing with people here. I'll never understand how you get so confused. There's no rabbit?
Oh, well, Your Majesties, may I present, that is to say, this is Rabbit.
Honored, Your Majesties. I am delighted to meet you and eager to serve this country to the best of my ability, to employ my heart and mind and soul to lead this great land onward and upward to an even greater glory than any of us have ever dreamed of before. I thank you for this opportunity.
Chancellor,
His entrance not appear to lack validity, sir. He's clearly young and old, but obviously he wants a job. I can find a legal ground for this qualification.
He means, Your Majesty, that it is all right for me to run.
go on with you then. And next week we'll have a race to find a new chancellor.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Now, Chancellor, let the race begin.
Of course, Your Majesty. Anything you say, Your Holiness. Immediately, sir. Contestants, on your marks, get set, go!
Should they be back soon? I mean, Rabbit's been here 20 minutes now.
It won't be much longer.
I shouldn't worry. It's just that people aren't such awfully good runners, you know? With only 2 legs, they're much better suited to, I don't know, standing or sitting. I'm sure they're doing their best.
Oh, I see him now. He's coming.
Bravo!
A race well run is deserving of rewards. Come along now, my lord. I will see some refreshments for you. You must be exhausted.
He has a very good smile, Your Majesty. Altogether, he seems the most promising youth.
And only 20 minutes behind Rabbit here.
Most promising indeed. So much so that I propose not to trouble the other contestants further. The next test shall be between young Lord Calamel and Rabbit.
Not racing again. Please, Your Majesty. That would hardly be fair to his lordship.
No, not racing. Fighting.
Fighting! Is it? What sort of fighting did you have in mind, my lady?
Fighting with swords. Yes, with swords it is.
With swords. I see. I'm afraid I'm a little rusty with swords, but I dare say a dare
You'll
to.
be now.
Me, Your Majesty. As soon as Lord Calamel has time to recover his breath,
Yes, Chancellor. Tell the young Lord Calamel that in half hour's time I desire to fight with this rabbit.
The young Lord Rabbit.
For my kingdom.
Chancellor, would you mind terribly loaning me a sword? Quite a short one if you can. I wouldn't want anyone to get hurt.
if I must.
Well, young Lord Rabbit, you've certainly reached for the stars, and what have you got to show for it? One rejection after another, hurt feelings, and now an afternoon sword fight to look forward to. This time I've really done it. Oh, Father Rabbit, if you love me at all, help!
Now see here.
Begging your pardon. Did you remember to bring me a sword?
Oh, of course, it's right here. Somewhere. Oh, here you go.
A butter knife.
A butter knife. It's the best I can such for notice. Ladies and gentlemen, Now announcing the royal sword fight. In the right-hand corner is the white uniform weighing 154 pounds, the strong and handsome local champion, the young Lord Calamel. And in the left corner, in the brown fur weighing about 7.5 pounds, is Rabbit.
That's the young Lord Rabbit, if you please, and I am a full 8 pounds.
Silence! It's time to get this show on the road. My dear, will you start the competition?
Certainly. Contestants, on guard.
Hold still, will you? You gotta be kidding me. Bravo, Lord Calamel.
Who won the race? Did I win? Hey, get out of the way.
The race is over.
Isn't she lovely?
No, she's Drusilla. Come in. Speak up, Your Majesty. My little pets are wonderful of you to come.
Who won the race? Where is the finish line? Drusilla, have you seen it? This is all highly irregular.
I say, Drusilla, this is most unsporting of you. Give it back right now.
Hey, no one took the finish line. It's been gone for hours. Now will you all please move? Please, all of you.
Can't you see we're having a fight here?
Well, of course you're having a fight. Someone has pocketed the finish line.
Careful, lovely, you almost knocked me down.
She's not lovely, he is.
Well, sure, you're not very likable. I'm likable.
And I'm fed up with all this foolishness. What are you all milling around here for? The race is over.
Well, why didn't you say so?
Who won?
I did.
Well, I was the first person to finish.
But I really wanted to win. I was really planning on winning. I even had the placement for my room.
There now.
When somebody please do something with him, this is embarrassing.
I think you're trying to like I'm likable.
Now cut that out.
Come along now. I'll go find another contest. I hear there's a great one down on the beach.
What is it now?
I don't feel very well. Too much excitement, I think. And I didn't get to cool down my bathroom all that way. Or maybe it was a peanut butter product sandwich after breakfast. Oh!
You're not shilly-shallying around. We're having a fight, and it's time to get on with it. On guard, rabbits.
Are you sure you're ready to continue?
Don't try to back out now. Prepare for the end. Young Lord Rabbit!
Oh, I really don't feel well. I think I'm gonna faint.
But no, she means it.
You great galloping klutz. You sprained my ankle. I can't do this anymore.
Hear ye, hear ye. The new winner and champion by TKO in the center round is Rabbit.
Forever at your service, Your Majesty.
Oh my. Has he really won? Somebody do something.
Your Majesty, I must protest. You see, the rabbit didn't really win. I lost. I mean, that is to say, Lady Drusilla lost me. Actually, Your Majesty, I'm not lost. I'm right here. Oh, please, Your Majesty, I never had a chance to really show you what I can do.
I have made a decision. The rabbit hasn't really won. There will be other tests.
Hopefully not another physical test, Your Majesty. Lord Calamel is not in condition for one right
Your
now.
Majesty, I must protest. This is all
Shush!
church.
I'm considering things. Shoo! All of you shoo! Go bandage up Lord Calamel and take care of what's her name, and see you all back here in 10 minutes for the next test.
What kind of test do you have in mind, Your Majesty?
Well, dear,
I think an intellectual test. After all, intelligence is a quality, not without value in a ruler.
is it?
I have found it so.
What kind of a test?
There is a riddle of which my father was fond, the answer to which has never been revealed, save to the royal house. We might make this the final test between them.
What's the riddle?
I fancy it went like this. My first I do for your delight, although 'tis neither black nor white. My second looks the other way, yet always goes to bed by day. My whole can fly and climb a tree, and sometimes swims upon the sea. As far as I remember, it's either dormouse or raspberry.
But dormouse doesn't make any sense.
Neither does raspberry.
Then how can they guess it?
That's the beauty of it. They can. But my idea is that the young Lord Calmel should be told secretly beforehand what the answer is so that he may win the throne.
Is that fair?
Yes, certainly, or I would have suggested it. Now go and give each of them a copy of the riddle, but be sure that young Lord Calmel gets the extra notes.
Extra notes?
Yes, the one signed a friend.
What friend?
This note which says the answer to the royal riddle is dormouse. Burn this note at once. Sign a friend.
Oh, that note.
Are you ready now, my dear?
Hear ye, hear ye. Announcing the contest of the royal riddle. Are the contestants ready?
At your service.
Couldn't be readier.
You both studied the riddle?
Yes, Your Majesty.
The answer is in this envelope, which I now hand to the Queen so that she may open as soon as the contestants have told us what they know of the matter. I will ask young Lord Calomel first. Are you ready, my friend? Have you made a note of the riddle?
I am burning to answer your majesty.
Looks like this kid's in trouble now. Here goes.
Then by all means let us proceed with the contest. My first I do for your delight, although 'tis neither black nor white. My second looks the other way, yet always goes to bed by day. My whole can fly and climb a tree, and sometimes swims upon the sea. Your answer, Lord Calomel.
There are many possible answers to this riddle me Ray, but the best answer seems to me to be dormouse.
Oh, did you actually say that?
Lord Chancellor, make a note of that. Now, what suggestion have you to make in the matter?
Well, Your Majesty,
Come now, speak up, young Lord Rabbit.
while I have great respect for the intelligence of the young Lord Calomel, I believe that in this case, he's mistaken. The answer is not, as he suggests, woodlouse, but dormouse. Definitely dormouse.
I said dormouse!
I thought you said woodlouse.
He most certainly said dormouse.
No, the woodlouse, I think.
Listen here, rabbit, who do you think you
Quiet.
are?
Lord Chancellor, read the royal record.
Of course, Your Majesty. Lord Calomel, dormouse.
There you are. I told you I said dormouse.
My apologies. Then we are both correct, for dormouse it most certainly is.
Oh, really? The answer is dormouse.
Apparently, Your Majesty, they are both equally correct.
Really, my dear, I think that this ought to be settled now.
I know.
May I suggest, Your Majesty, that they maybe ask a question up in a different order? A question that takes not more than a moment's thought, right here in the royal presence. A question of higher mathematics that may be profitable for a future king to know.
What question?
Well, as an example, what is 2 times 6? 12.
What if Lord
Well, what is the question?
What is 2 times 6?
Well, young Lord Calomel, what is your answer?
Just a moment.
Well, my boy, what is the answer?
16.
Oh my stars!
Maybe the rabbit will need to write E3rd.
Oh, I see. And how do you answer, Rabbit?
Just a moment, please.
Your answer now, please.
Your Majesties, there are several possible outcomes to this extraordinarily novel conundrum. I request just a moment to consider them.
Conundrum. What's a conundrum?
I'll find it out once, Your Majesty.
Might I have a moment, Your Majesty? Thank you, Your Majesty. As long as I can give the same answers as Lord Calomel, I can't lose, but in this case, you see, the answer is really 12, but what if His Majesty, say for purpose of competition, should decide that 16 is the better answer? Can it be safe to say 12 when Lord Calomel has said 16? But on the other hand, how can it be safe to get the wrong answer? Oh boy, what to do?
It's a sticky problem.
Well, young Lord Rabbit, what is your answer?
Very well, Your Majesties. Here goes nothing. At first sight, the obvious solution would appear to be 12. The objection to the solution, of course, is that it lacks imagination and originality. I have long felt that a progressive country such as ours might as well strike out a new line on the matter. Let us all agree that in the future, 2 sixes shall be 16, in which case, as Lord Calamel has pointed out, the answer is 16.
Well then,
But if your majesty would prefer to cling to the old style of counting, then your majesty and your majesty's chancellor would make the answer to be 12.
The correct answer is, or will be in the future, 16.
Maybe know that.
Yes, yes.
Lord Calmel gets on his first attempt, while Rabbit on his second. I therefore declare Lord Calmel the winner.
No.
Who said that? Upon further consideration, and in order that there should be no doubts in the minds of my people as to the absolute fairness with which this competition is being conducted, there will be one further test.
Oh, phooey! Here.
It happens that as king, I'm often called upon to make speeches and exhortations to my people. And for this purpose, the ability to stand evenly upon 2 legs for a considerable length of time is of much value to me. The next test, therefore, will be quite so. The last test, therefore, will be held as soon as his lordship's ankle is healed, and it will be a test to see who can balance himself longest on 2 legs only. And now it's time for dinner.
see you soon, young Lord Rabbit, and may the best man win.
Okay now, Mr. Young Lord Rabbit. It's time to stop and consider this entire situation. Do you really want to be prince if nobody else wants you for the job? Why do you bother trying to make this country a nicer place? Who cares about rabbits' rights anyway? But I do want to be prince. If only I had some clout. Or a string or 2. Who am I kidding? I can't even pull a rabbit out of a hat, and I'm a rabbit.
Ta-da!
Oh, that was wonderful. Just when I was wishing for a fairy godmother.
I am not a fairy godmother. I'm a Basil, the woodland enchanter.
Mm-hmm. Sure you are. I suppose you're going to tell me you can do all manner of marvelous tricks.
Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids.
Hey, well, you really are the woman enchanter, aren't you?
Yes, indeed you do.
The one who can pull colored ribbons from his mouth?
That's me. Look.
You make coins appear from thin air?
I can.
I bet you can't produce silk scarves from an ordinary hen's egg.
I certainly can indeed. Indeed I can. Indeed I can.
Can you pull a rabbit out of a hat?
I don't have my hat. Why? Are you looking for work?
Not that kind. Can you turn a rabbit into a man?
I can turn a butterfly into a rabbit.
That, to be frank, would not be very helpful.
I can turn almost anything into a rabbit. In fact, I like doing it.
Can you turn a man into a rabbit?
I already did that once. At least, I turned a baby into a rabbit.
When was that?
18 years ago, at the court of King Nicodemus. I was giving an exhibition of my powers to him and his good queen. I asked one of the company to lend me a baby, never thinking for a moment that. The young prince handed up. I put a red silk handkerchief over him and waved my hands. Then I took the handkerchief away.
Well, come on. What happened to the young prince?
Oh, the queen was very distressed. I tried everything I could think of. I recited every spell, I knew in alphabetical order, but to no avail. It was absolutely useless.
But surely there was something you could have done.
No. The king was very generous about it, though. He said that I could keep the rabbit as long as I promised to stay in the woodlands. I carried that bunny around with me everywhere for months. One day it escaped. Oh, dear.
Is that all?
Poor little Silvio. I loved him like a son. I had such hopes that he would grow up and go into the business with me. There's no end to tricks a clever magician can do with a willing rabbit. You have no idea of the magnitude of my loss. Are you sure you're not looking for work?
Yes and no. Now, pull yourself together. What you just said made a great deal of sense to me, and I have arrived at a brilliant plan.
Plan for what?
Never mind that now. Listen carefully, my friend. This is what I want you to do.
Hear ye, hear ye. announcing the one, the only, the absolute final royal competition.
My loyal subjects, we've gathered today for what may be the most historic occasion in the history of our nation. We're about to witness one of the most interesting events in the long and illustrious history. At the word go, these two illustrious contestants will, at the word go, they will begin. Can you stop that? Wait, what is this? Where's Lord Calamel? And what's the second rabbit doing here? Young rabbit is playing like they simply must see.
There was no need to bring your brother. Is the rest of the family here too?
I am Lord Calamel.
Oh, go? Oh, go. On your marks, said go. Ta-da!
I haven't had time to practice. Don't get. The practice. Okay, please, Lemon.
Go! How long do I have to stay up like this?
This is all very awkward. Very, very awkward indeed.
You're telling
There can
me.
be no doubt that the rabbit has won.
Hear ye, hear ye. The rabbit is one.
Which rabbit? They're both rabbits.
The brown rabbit, your majesty.
They're both brown rabbits, you nincompoop.
The brown rabbit with the white spots behind his ears. Can I get down now?
Yes, of course.
Oh, thank you.
Wait! Oh, your majesty! Your majesty! Your majesty!
Well, 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 what is it?
Oh my goodness! May I look, your majesty? Why is the one behind the ears? Oh dear! Allow me!
Ouch! Ah, easy now.
Would you look at this? Looky, looky, looky!
Ouch, I say now.
Hooray! It is your majesty! It is he!
It's what?
It is which?
It is who?
Prince Silvio.
Oh, Prince Silvio.
What is that?
Prince Silvio.
Surely your majesty remembers the son of the late King Nicodemus, whose country is now joined to your own.
Quite so. Didn't any of you recognize me?
But Nicodemus only had one son.
I thought he died as a baby.
No. Not died exactly. Due to the smallest miscalculation, he was turned into a rabbit.
A rabbit?
This rabbit.
I always thought he had a noble profile, didn't you, dear?
Chancellor, may I have a word? Are you sure about all this? I mean, really, truly, absolutely positive there can be no question?
Yes, your majesty. I am really, truly, absolutely, positively certain. I have made a mistake in 18 years.
I see. Oh, I see. Of course you're sure. But of course, that is neither here nor there. A contest must be conducted with absolute partiality.
That's what I thought, dear.
Chancellor, consult the royal record and tell me which one of them won the last test.
Prince Silvio, your majesty.
Then, by the power I hold as king of the land, a power passed down to me from my great-great-great-grandfather, who settled this country, and passed it down to my great-great-grandfather, who made many glorious contributions, and then passed it down to my great-grandfather, who, as we all
No,
know...
really, dear. In 20 years, people will only remember what happened here today. Nobody is going to remember the words.
Wait, I remember the words.
You do?
I knew there were words he had to say. I just knew it. And now I remember them all. I do.
What on earth are you talking about?
The disenchantment, of course, the disenchantment.
What absolute nonsense is this?
Silence!
Now, just a minute here.
Ta-da! Presenting Prince Silvio.
Before all of these interruptions, my dear Prince Silvio, as winner of this most interesting series of contests, you are hereby appointed the official and uncontested successor to the royal throne.
I am truly honored, Your Majesty.
Welcome to the family, Prince Silvio.
Presenting his new and royal majesty, Prince Silvio.
And now,